Do you think young men have even more pressure on them now than they did even back in the day? I feel like with all the social media shit, with all there's so many extremes that I feel like kids are just like they're trying to find which extreme to choose in a way. It's almost like now they have these pressures to choose of like what type of guy they want to be. So like every fucking day, like on social media, someone's telling you how to be in a way. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Julio, man.
What up? It's Nate.
Yeah, it's Nate.
It's me.
It's Julius as well. How you doing, man? Change the algorithm. Welcome back. We're here with another reaction. This one's going to be towards not a podcast, but we've been kind of seeing videos from this dude. What's his name again? Dry Creek Dan?
Yeah.
Right?
Dry Creek something, but...
he's like an OG, man. It's funny. I never thought I would be sitting here listening to like a country dude, cowboy. But man, Dry Creek Wrangler.
Yeah.
There we go. And he's just OG with a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
So we're going to check out this interview that they just released. And we're looking at the video that's on the topic of why men are burning out in their 20s.
Okay, let's get into it.
Most horses today, most colts, are started at 2 years old. Okay? Some start as early as 18 months. A horse does not reach maturity until they're 6.
Okay.
At least your average quarter horse, your average riding horse.
Okay.
A 2-year-old colt may be big. You look at them, they're like, man, that's a big, good-looking horse right there. All right?
Oh,
but his knees
Yeah.
are like, you know how an infant is born and they have soft spot on top of their head?
Yeah.
Because the skull has it. Their knees are not growing together, the bones in their knees.
Interesting.
Okay? And so you can take them and put them on a racetrack, all right? The Kentucky Derby is strictly 2-year-olds. You can't run unless you're 2 years old. And you can work them too hard, as big and strong as they look, and wreck their knees. And by the time they're 10,
Damn.
they're done, or 8. You know, you break them down early. I have horses. I have a horse right now. I bought her at...
Damn, that's kind of symbolic, though, with, you know, our little humans, our children. You know, if we put too much stress on them
Too early
at a young age, you know, they kind of
ruin
break
their
down.
like their longevity.
Yeah, they kind of have a wrong outlook on life, too.
It's crazy because it kind of happens a lot to especially young boys, like in sports,
Yeah.
like playing football. I mean, shit, you ever seen Friday Night Lights, the movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That classic scene of Boobie Miles, man, that shit like broke my heart, bro.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember when I seen it, I was like, damn.
Yeah, not
But
being
that
there.
was like the real raw truth of it, you know?
Yeah, and I think also in dysfunctional homes too, man.
Right.
It sucks because, you know, sometimes the older child or middle child has to take care of the
Right.
youngest, and the parents can't really take care of the
Right.
child like that, so they have to play almost mom and dad, you know.
Right, and they're
take on
still a
all
kid
this
themselves, and it's
responsibility, yeah.
like, damn, bro.
Yeah, so it's tough, but
It's like putting too much on them before their maturity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
She was 8 months old. Well, she'll be 5 this year, and she's still not big enough for me to ride. And I'm like, that's her. Let her grow. And it's mentally, too. We get horses in that are sharp, and they're there, and they're on it, and you start them nice and easy at 2 years old. You get another horse, and they're like, you know?
Right.
And it's like, you got to wait till they're 4 or 5. They're just not ready.
Right.
You know, but you don't push them. If you push them and you get a modicum of success, you pay for that in the long run.
You know what this feels like? This feels like youth sports and parents pushing their kids for their own glory or
that's
pushing
funny.
them too soon.
I
For their own
believe
glory.
that
that's where we fuck up.
you only have
humans,
so
man,
much.
as adults.
Every person of you take whatever it is, okay, a step. You've only got so many steps in your life. Okay, let's say 1 million steps. It's just I'm
Sure.
just pulling it out of my
Yeah,
hair.
sure.
Okay, now you've only got 1 million.
Yeah.
Now, if you burn up all that 1 million steps in the first 15 years of your life, what are you going to do when you're 70? How broke down are you going to be? Because you've only got so many. okay? And it goes with the heart and it goes with the mind. You only have so much. And if you take a young horse and you start training them, and you train them too much, you burn their brain out. And I don't mean physically, but it's like taking a 7-year-old boy and setting him down in front of a math book and making him sit there for 4 hours a day. Yeah. What you're going to wind up with a boy that hates math. Now, he might have been naturally good at math. He might have had a talent for math. He would have loved math and become a great mathematician. But you pushed too much math on him when he was 7, and he said, I hate this. Math I hate it. Horses are the same way. You push them too hard at 2 years old, and they're like, I hate being ridden. I hate being saddled. I hate working. They just get an attitude, and they hate it. You take a young man that's 26 years old, and you're like, you've got to invest in this, you've got to read all these books, and you've got to do this, you have to become that. If you don't have a 6-pack, I'm going to fire you. I hate that nonsense. You'll burn them up inside. They'll lose their joy of life.
Damn.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that to an extent, because
because it's like
you have to, like, at some point, but like I think like that's what he's trying to say. It's at some point when that person's ready, they'll turn it on. Because at our age, when we were younger, we were just kind of like, like bullshitting a lot. I mean, even though we were we were locked in with YouTube and stuff like that, and trying to write scripts.
And we were motivated. We were doing it on our own,
we were
too.
doing stuff too. Yeah,
right.
But at the same time, there was like other areas that we had to cover that we kind of ignored, you know, and we weren't like I guess mentally our brains weren't ready for it, and we just chose not to indulge in it because. I don't know. We just felt like we're just doing YouTube. We thought that was going to be it, and
I think it's because we were also finding our own way, right? Like we hadn't seen no one, at least around our area or our families, that have like went on to do some creative shit and like it panned out. So, like I remember my homie Jimmy. He was like a dread dude. He was super cool, bro.
Yeah,
and he had a good mindset. He like at one point he was like, "Yo, let me manage y'all." Boom, boom. I was like, I don't know. It just felt weird. And I was like, man, we know what we're doing. But really, if someone would have came in and kind of took that role, maybe they would have.
I never heard of Jimmy though.
Nah. So he was a good dude, man.
So
smart dude.
You ever brought it to the group of saying like, yo, he wants to manage us?
Yeah, a few times. Happened? Y'all just did. Y'all didn't respond to it. Y'all like, what? He wants to come to set? I was like, yeah. He wanted to come to set and like watch us work and shit. And at that time, it was like kind of weird. Dave would just be like, oh, what? And you like, it was just like, all right, fuck it. It just felt weird.
I don't remember that, but yeah, I would have definitely
we were all
welcomed.
Young, man. We were all young.
No, I think what it was like text was like probably the weakest form. Like I think
communication was.
Because communication, like it was, we were still young. We didn't know how to bring it up in the meeting, and like our meetings were like they were meetings, but they were barely meetings. Like there was kind of like we're getting by and we're getting shit done, but.
I think some of us just took it more serious than others. As simple as that,
Yeah.
Because we were young, man. We were, I just think that's what it was, man. Because I definitely brought it up. I remember talking to Dave about it for sure.
Oh, okay.
He was the one that gave us the weed idea. Remember the Valentine's one? The Mary
I thought that was
Jane.
Greg's idea.
Nah. I pitched the idea. I was like, "Oh, we should do it." And then they were like, "Oh shit, yeah!" And then we ran with it.
Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I thought that was Greg's idea. I guess this whole life is a lie. I don't know.
Yeah. He pitched that one.
All right. Yeah.
That they spend so much time in their formative years and in their youth being just mentally and emotionally driven and burnt out. I tell you what, there's a short story by Jack London called The Apostate.
My bad, pause it real quick.
Read that story.
Do you think young men have even more pressure on them now than they did even back in the day? I feel like with all the social media shit, with all like there's so many extremes that I feel like kids are just like they're trying to find which extreme to choose in a way. It's like now they don't want to be like quote unquote incel. So then they're trying to like follow these hyper like quote unquote masculine men, and then they're trying to go that way, and like who like hate women subconsciously, and like yo girls, and they're just talking about like fucking baddies and like clout chasing girls really instead of just like normal women. And then it's like it's almost like now they have these pressures to choose of like what type of guy they want to be. So like every fucking day, like on social media, someone's telling you how to be in a way.
Yeah, no, they have that pressure, but I mean, you had that pressure, I think back then too. I think it's all the same, just in different forms. Yeah, because they had that pressure. We only had our village.
We only had like cousins, uncles. Like it was like from your village. Now it's like village and fucking the world all at once in a way. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but not necessarily, because I mean, you had celebrities, right? And then you had rappers and stuff like that, and the girls would go after the bad boy types because they're like
action movies and the action stars and shit.
So no matter how smart you were or whatever potential you had, if you didn't look like that guy that was in the rap video, that girl didn't want you. She wanted the guys with his pants down, or she wanted the bad grease-looking guy with the leather jacket and the motorcycle.
True.
So, like...
True, it's still some form of influence. Yeah.
And it all goes back to parenting, man. Like, you get a Dry Creek parent or whatever. Like, you know, you might get some good direction, you know? Like just even just a little basic guideline of, like, where to look, you know, how to look.
Right.
But there is a lot of distractions, but it's just a new form of what it was back then. Like,
right.
But, yeah, it is amplified.
Yeah, I think it's amplified for real.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's the perfect example of this whole situation. Okay? Let them grow. A 5-year-old boy's got no business being in school. He's got no business. He needs to be out climbing a tree. Now, maybe he'll break his arm, but he'll be happy because he'll have a cast and he'll have the scars of war.
That's right.
He needs to be muddy. He needs to be dirty. He needs to be out feeding the horses. All right? He needs to be growing and developing. He doesn't need to be sitting down in a book and trying to figure out if a train leaves Chicago at 8 a.m. traveling 35 miles. He don't need that nonsense.
He doesn't.
Okay? And you're going to ruin him.
That's right.
Well, it's the same thing applies to a 20-year-old.
Yeah,
but just in different areas.
Yes.
They don't need it. Okay?
Yeah,
they don't need it. What do they need? They need to learn how to build relationships. They need to be around a campfire with a bunch of buddies and figuring out the pain of acting stupid.
Yep.
They need to figure it out.
That's right.
Damn,
All right, they need to be down to the creek baiting down there, getting a bloody nose and a good fist fight because
we're
somebody
in our 20s and fucking sitting around with buddies, fucking acting stupid, and also pursuing stuff. So
that's
we're
why
actually
I said,
right on time.
Yeah, that's why I said I never regret what we did.
You never regret.
I never regret. Like a wiggle waggle. Nah, I never regret what we did, like, and what we went through for sure on YouTube, because it was such a great experience. And like, you know, people could say all day long, like, "Oh, damn, what happened to y'all? Y'all never been on." The lessons that we've learned, is
and the
priceless, and they'll never understand the potential. Like, we might not like have everything, the Lambo to show for all this shit, but the life lessons that we got, trust me, it's priceless. You can't put a price on it.
It's true.
And being in a group and having that it makes you stronger out in the real world, like, because there's 5 different personalities you're dealing with, bro, like, and we learned how to work together and like be together for a long time. Like, if that's not relationship building, I don't know what is.
Yeah, facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think the experience there, you know, it gave us all confidence to go to higher heights and take on. Look what we're taking on. We're trying to build a movie studios right now. Like, we're actually in the process of building movie studios, doing our first feature film, doing a web series that's going to be on streaming platforms, building pitch decks, learning how to pitch to investors. Like,
facts, yeah.
If we never did that shit back in the day,
confidence to do it.
No,
we wouldn't even have the thought.
We wouldn't have the thought. We'd be like, okay, that's for niggas that went to film school and they come out of film school and they got an uncle that works for Netflix and they got lucky.
Right.
That would have been the mindset. Like,
that's
okay,
actually really
let me
true.
Go back to work. Yeah. You know, like that would have been it. But because we dabbled in it, we touched hands with people.
We took those steps.
And we took those steps from scratch, from nothing. Like, doing
putting
wild
our talents
shit
out there, creating shit.
Yeah.
Getting better.
Yeah, but that's why it goes back to them streaming casts. That's what I'm saying. You can't really say that they're just doing nonsense because
true.
They're really like
they're
just putting themselves out, discovering, right? And then eventually, like you said, it's gonna click where it's like, oh shit, I don't want to start doing this now. That's a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And then more guidance, like a 19 keys that comes into their play, and it's like, all right, don't stop what y'all doing, just look at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I mean? Like,
use your platform to like highlight this.
Yeah, highlight this, but still be crazy and fun with it. Like, it's gonna happen. True. It's just that it has to happen first in an incubator way, and then and then their incubation way is like shit, making millions of dollars while they're doing it, which is great too. But like, I think it's great, man, to see that. Because it reminds me of us all day, man. True. Back in the day, and just trying to figure it out and just doing what we doing, like. So it's dope.
These kids is turned up though. I feel like they got way more fucking. Like I see Kai that sometimes, I'm like, bro, this man's energy is crazy. And I guess it's like we were raised off of a certain energy, right? We seen dudes like fucking Marlon Wayans, Jim Carrey, all of them, and Robin Williams. We seen their energy, and we were like, oh shit, we wanted to replicate that. Then those kids grew up seeing us on YouTube, on social media, people acting even wild. They're doing shit on Vine. And then they soak that in, and now they're like fucking heightened even more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just curious to see how it all pans out, man.
Yeah, it's gonna pan out great. I feel like it's gonna do good. But then you always got the bad apples, like the streamers that go over to different countries to slap somebody and then like do dumbass shit. I just want to punch him in the face. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I appreciate streamers like Kai and like all these other cats.
A good family.
Yeah. And I feel like
I fuck with Ty Lil too, man. Who? Ty Lil? Or how you pronounce his name?
Ty Lil, I think I know. Yeah. I know he's talking about. Is he from New York?
He be talking to his dad on the street. They be having like heart to hearts.
Okay, they need to learn life.
Yes.
You don't learn life sitting in a bunch of stinking seminars. No offense.
Yeah, okay? None taken.
No offense. There's a time and a place for everything.
That's funny because he works with
now, all young men are not the same.
No.
Some young men, they hit 18, 19, they're there.
Yep.
Okay? But if you take a 18-year-old who, we put him in school when he was 4.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
He went all the way through grade school.
Yeah.
Then he went through middle school. Then he went through high school.
Yeah.
Then he went to college. Then he went to pre-med. And then he went to med school.
Right.
What did he learn?
Well, I'll tell you what we teach them. We teach them not to ask questions. We teach them how to answer questions. We beat the curiosity out of them. That's what they're learning.
And so
we tell them to learn.
And so they just parrot. They don't think for themselves.
There it is.
And they don't. Their empathy is stunted. You come off a horse and hit the ground, I'm gonna look down, I'm gonna say, did that hurt? Okay? Because I've been there.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
I've been there so many times.
Right.
Okay? I can empathize.
Yeah.
And I can say, get up, brush yourself off, and get back on.
Right.
Oh, you broke a couple of ribs?
Right.
Well, here's some aspirin. I've been there, done that.
Right. But you're also going to probably tell me what I did.
Oh, absolutely.
And boy, am I going to learn it a lot better because of that.
But if you spent all of your life sitting in one classroom after another, sitting in front of a computer.
That's right.
Learning how to make more money. You don't learn how to preserve relationships.
Yeah.
You don't learn how to empathize with people, not to the level that you should.
Yeah.
We got to let kids be kids. And I don't, this is me, a 26-year-old is still a kid.
Yeah.
Damn.
And we got to let them be a kid.
Yeah.
We got to let them mess up.
Yeah.
You know, we got to let them have fun. Look, I'll be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say, yeah, no, I get it. I get that. But at the same time, you can mess up
your fucking life.
Your life.
In that 20 to 26.
Right. Yeah. So
I think in his defense, I think he's talking more because he clearly comes from a different fucking place in the United States. You know what I mean? They're coming up from like farms and countryside. Yeah. He's not real, like when you grow up in the cities or near big cities, like you could really get in trouble.
Yep.
Like you could fucking get caught, fucking stealing shit. Someone tells you to do this hustle.
Yep.
You get caught up with the Fed, the law.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. So I agree with you. Like there has to be I think what he's saying is like, don't run them too hard, too fast. Like there has to be like a give and take where you push them, but and then you like guide them, and then you let them find their way, and then you guide them and kind of like. I think it takes more effort, and sometimes parents just, man, it's tough because America runs them down too, bro. They don't have the effort, they don't have the time to do all that.
Yeah. It could be a sticky situation to. I think just checking in with your kid and letting them know, like, hey, listen, like, just know, getting a DUI, your life is effed. Like, get an Uber, like, you know what I mean, like shit, like letting them know like that certain shit, like
there is certain things that's
that your friend that's asking you to do this little credit card shit, you're gonna go to prison, get a felony, and you'll probably never be able to get a good job ever again in your life. And you'll never be able to get a good
or
chick
if
in your
you
life.
like be an entrepreneur, like cool, you can learn from it, but it's like, yeah, you gotta teach. I agree with you. It's like, I think what he's saying, I guess, is just don't hold them up to so much obligations or expectations. I think more. I don't think he's saying like, I mean, yeah, he's kind of saying let them learn a lot on their own. But I think what he means to say is also like, just don't have so much expectation. Like, yo, you're 24, 20, you should already have a good ass job and like fucking, you should already be figuring out life. And it's like, damn, bro, I'm 25. Like, I just kind of got my own independence. I just got out of college or whatever.
Because the money thing, like.
But he also comes from they're white. Like, we come from families of color, bro. Like, we're all like, yo, you got to do right in America. You got to like fucking get a good job. You got, or if you're gonna be an entrepreneur, like, you know how that goes. They're fucking praying for you. They're scared and shit. You might as well be homeless if you be an entrepreneur in their eyes. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, it definitely is a different outlook. But I think it is cool seeing, because I feel like his mindset is like the original mindset. If like you take away technology, you take away everything that is in today, and you go back to the basics, I feel like this is like the right way to live in a way.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we just live in such a different world. Like, it's not that no more. There's so much more moving pieces that it's like, you got to take his wisdom and try to figure out how to apply it in today's world, because it is a lot different.
Yeah, so that's the biggest thing, is just like applying it to what we got going on. The world, because realistically, 8 out of 10 people are not gonna just go to the countryside and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna live here and figure it out.
Yeah, and live a simple life and shit.
I'll be 58 next month.
I love that just surprised you.
There are things I will never do again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I resonate with that.
Okay. Why do I want to take that away from a 25-year-old?
Yes.
Why do I want him to get where I'm at? And it's like, well, you got a lot of money, but you never did this. You never experienced this.
Yeah.
You never found this. You never learned this.
Yes.
I wouldn't trade places with you for nothing.
Yeah.
We need to let, and it's not just guys, girls. We need to let them, now, not be stupid, not be immoral. I'm not talking spring break garbage.
Sure.
Okay. But hey, let the kid be the kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's a reason why we call them young men.
That's right.
And there's a reason why we say old men.
That's right.
That's a key adjective.
One of the saddest things in the world is an old man.
Trying to be all wise and shit.
Ooh.
You ain't on it, man. Just shut up and let him talk.
Oh.
Yo,
break that down.
Dude?
Describe that old man who's 24.
He's been weighted with responsibilities.
Yeah.
And fears.
Yeah.
And work and drudgery. And all the joy of life was taken away from him. All of the freedom of life was taken away from him. And I'm 58. I'm not old, but I'm not young. And I carry burdens easily because I've grown into them.
Yes.
I carry my age easily because I've grown into it.
Yeah.
But a 24-year-old should not be carrying an old man's burden.
Damn.
Wow.
That was damn.
It's really good.
That was an impactful statement. Damn, and you see that shit happen a lot, man. In our communities, it's like...
It's the pressure.
Yeah, man, the pressure. Oh, man. Made me think of someone that I know close, man. It's like, man, when they're young, bro, it's like, fuck, man. You got to teach them how to carry themselves. It's good to teach them responsibilities, but yeah, like you said, you don't want to give them a fucking grown man's burden, bro. Like, you're taking away the joy of life so young, man.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I fuck with them.
Hope you guys like this reaction. Just leave a like if you can.
Facts.
Leave a comment. Any other videos that you want us to react to or whatever. You guys already see what we're up to.
Yes, sir.
Change your algorithm.
Yes,
you guys keep on working on the process, man.